ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly matches. PUBG Mobile action at its finest. We love those. We absolutely love to see those. The action is here. So who is going to take this one on themselves this week? Let's get your predictions in the chat. And let's see who wants this more today. You know, who's taking the game home today? I'm excited. You're excited. Everybody's excited, right? So let us see for ourselves who wants it a little bit more. And who's ready to turn the pressure on the opposition to take this game all the way through. Well. Action is already on the way here. Hits already taken off. Bodies already flying through. Well, Ichigo has been turning up the heat already. First body, or rather second body, because I think I saw someone get dropped off earlier on. But yeah, it's a good way to start. It is a very good way to start the game, and we are good. Ooh, Mirado is in full effect there. I'm loving this skin though. I am loving this skin. Chad, are you loving this skin? Because I am. Well, 6 is not gonna like that one. He gets dropped away as well. And Zoro is going to be keeping up appearances, going to just try to stay productive as he does try to finish strongly there. But you know, it's not the end of the world. It's a very good start. It's a very good shout. We are going to see if there is a little bit more where that came from. Ops in the area there, doing just outside. He's probably gonna have to do something about it. Could be some problems in the area there. Doe's already peeked out. He's taking hits, but he does have the Uzi at his beck and call. And he could utilize that even into the interesting corner there. Might try to play over to that left hand side with a couple of sprays, misses out, but immediately goes for the reload. He is trying to get an angle there. His teammate just up on top of the building there, almost getting absolutely bombarded. They're trying to take it to the corner, but no chance for him. M16, no dice. He goes down as well. Doing just outside while Wolf continues to apply some pressure onto that roof position. The high ground is favorable for the other team. Team 22 can't seem to keep up. They've already lost 2. Wolf howling, but can't seem to get anything to connect so far. There's ops in the area though. They might decide to play it around, but again, it could be asking for a little bit much there. Could be a whole lot more than what they think. Zoro peeks out. Unfortunately for him, he goes down, but the grenade is good. Imran, no idea how that one connected to him, but his teammates, can they do something around here? No jives for him. Doan is also going to get an angle here on somebody. He's going to get him knocked away, broken. Can he turn this around in a 1v4? We're about to see here. Can he turn this around? Not looking too likely for him. Does switch immediately to the DBS. And this might be the opening that he could find when the opposition tries to climb up the staircase here, but they're losing out one after the other. Team 18, can they capitalize? Doesn't look like there's space for him to pull any of these things though. Could be some thoughts where that one came out of, but it's unresolved. Very empathetic, but somebody does go down again, courtesy to Wolf. This time does connect. The grenade was good, and equal to the task. There's a whole lot of bodies in this Rozhok area though. I'm quite surprised. But yeah, there's a whole lot of bodies in the map still. 76 players alive. 25 teams. All vying for a chance to get something happening over the other side again. Face to the right hand side. Switches weapons, but no dice for him. He usually will clap. A round of applause broken. We'll close this down and shut it down immediately. That is how you make an entrance. That is how you make something happen. Somebody's still knocked away, but I believe he will be getting picked up. If Broken can make his way all the way across there, but Wolf probably gonna have to apply some more and more pressure onto that fallen player in that position. It's going to be a very, very hard not to crack those. Going to be very difficult. Wolves is still lurking in the vicinity there. Might decide to have him. You can see him just crawling away, and he will claim that one. 3 eliminations for Wolf. It's starting really strongly. Still a whole lot of bodies in the area though, if you ask me. Yeah, we're gonna have to dial it back a little bit there, but not the worst thing in the world. Nonetheless, we've seen a lot that goes around these areas and that goes around these positions. Well, MG, not the best start for him, but he did get caught out there as he was trying to make a rotation around the other corner, and it could have been an easier shout. But neither way, as he goes down to that DBS Ronaldo, no World Cup for him. He goes down as well, courtesy of Future. Is that Future from Terror 6? Is that him? Well, team number 15, 4 eliminations. All from one player as well. You don't really see that often, you know. You do not really see stuff like that happening all the time though, so little bit of a call and collect type of position though. It's not the hardest shift we've seen, but it is very effective in the way they have been able to handle it. Killer is not going to be so lucky. And there will be some thoughts as to, you know, and they will try to hold it in. Fnatic, not the best of starts as he gets caught out there. But Future has a sight line on this. Oh, J48 hops out of this vehicle. Not a bad spray from Future, but he is in a 1 versus 4 there, so he has to be very careful. Hopefully he doesn't get caught out. But that was a very dangerous play. Can he hold them off at the bridge? I think that's what he wants to do. It's a high risk maneuver, but it could pay off. He could walk away here with at least 2 or 3 eliminations if he times this right. And that's what is very important. Execution. Immortal feels a little bit mortal as he does get sent back into the lobby again. There's a whole lot of chaos brewing in the southwestern side. Pinocchio has a little bit of something lining up the opposition there over to that right hand side, but can't seem to find a way around. Team 3 though, 2 buys caught so far, and it looks like they want to catch a little bit more. MTF has Lorenzo, Carissa and Demolish. They have lost Azriel earlier on. It's not the best way to kick things off, it is absolutely not, but it has never stopped them before. So they will have to try to keep this one under siege and under wraps. A whole lot of bodies still, all trying to get themselves into that central position. but there is a whole lot where that came from. But we'll see. We're trying to hold it in again. A little bit more. Bodies are circling around. Faith goes down. Not the way they were expecting. Douglet again taking a little bit more of a hit here. Ooh, Killua also takes a hit. Error gets out of dodge immediately. Knew that the opposition was pulling up on him. Did not want to take the risk. Goes away to the other side. Top and Lawless also hightailing it. They did lose Killua in that brief exchange, and they saw that that was not going to work out for them. They will try to get into a better position. It's a better shot nonetheless, and it is something that they have transpired and kept under siege and under wraps though, but not the worst shout either way. They have tried to keep this one under wraps. Again, it's something that we've seen before, but Faith again taking another hit, going down on the bridge. A whole lot of action going on here as Pop and Faith, we saw them exchange blows, but did not change much of anything either way. They have secured that third elimination. Critic is going to be the one that secures the second elimination for himself and the third for the team. We are still up here, 21 teams alive, 21 teams with 55 players. That's a major shift though. That's a lot of bodies very active in the conversation. But we are keeping things tight as Terra goes down to Future. Future still very much alive, causing problems, causing chaos in a central position of the map there. He has found his little niche to call his own. Chan in Cairo still trying to keep up appearances and trying to keep up numbers. Either way, it's working in their favor. They will try to make a little bit more of a proactive shift. Well, it's a good spray, very good spray. Nobody onto the other corner. Don't have to try again. Try to launch that one into space or into positions, but it's not the best way for them to keep this on. Cairo is still trying to play out into that open position. Probably have to work their way around though, since they've only got one elimination so far. Hopefully they do not. Cairo is trying to take this on. Trying to peek into the corners there, but could they make it happen? Could it be? Ooh, Cairo again fighting on so many fronts. His teammate has been knocked away though. Oh, that grenade charge is perfect. What a grenade that was, perfectly launched and immediately connects and goes down as well. What a grenade from Cairo. A one-man cooking machine, and he's about to take another grenade. If he gets this one right, he might be a game changer here. Switches immediately to the S12K, Backshaw into the corner, goes for the third, swept through, no chance for him, and he goes over to the high ground position again, fades into the other side, goes for the drop, but no chance for him. He goes down. See you, and we'll be seeing you. Well, that was a fantastic sequence of play there from Cairo. Just not enough to get the job done, but just well enough to swore through. Broken finally gets his own and sent back into the lobby there by J48, and now Reset and the rest of the guys from Team 11 trying to make their way in through the northern side. It's all about swapping positions and getting into better angles here, as we're still clamoring with 14 teams. Critic goes down, Wolf goes down as well in quick succession. A whole lot of teams still yet to make it into the zone here. Reset making a play into that corner position. I think he has seen those guys trying to make a rotation as well from Team 4. But now the play zone is on the move, and now would be the best time to be on the move, as the rest of the guys from Team 11 are going to make a dash for it. No Mercy also making a dash for it. Move out to that western side. They're getting chased down. Surprisingly enough, they do not hit the brakes. They'll be spinning around the corners there, but it's not ideal for them. They can play around these areas though, but it was going to require a lot of protection and a lot of cover, because I believe Team 10 is in the mix as well. They've spotted them. It's Team 14, MDR. We've got Maguire and Keegs back into the lobby, but Killer and Zoro still very much equal to the task of holding the lines here from this northern side. They don't necessarily have to move too quickly. They can keep up appearances though. And J48 is trying to lock this one in, but Killer had no idea that the ops were in the vicinity, and they will take advantage, getting the drop on him as well. And they get the finish. Just do it. Can he get the angle? Doesn't look like he can. Killer has disguised himself just behind some cover there. But now, in all that exchange, Ghost goes down. Bones goes down as well. And now, T-Boy pulls up as well. There's a lot of chaos in this area though. Can they provide it? Because the play zone is hot on their heels, and they need to move, and they need to move now. The zone is already hot and moving. Any touch, they will go down to the zone. They need to make a dash for it, and they need to make a dash quickly. Bones goes down again. Ghost follows suit, and that is the danger of playing too close to the edge of the circle. There is going to be a very interesting turnout. Can he pick up his teammate and drag him across the lines? But no dice. T-Boy will have to get back into his vehicle and get out of this dangerous position. Unfortunately for him, he will have to leave his teammates in the dust and get into a better position for himself. He's trying to circle back there, but looks like he might be able to play out of this position. Creates a little bit of separation, but just enough to keep all the things he has imbibed in. Very ideal. There's Team 11 creeping up. 3 eliminations so far, and a chunk of the zone to play with. A lot of scavenging though, scouring going through from Team 11. They are trying to gather as much intel as possible, trying to control the majority of the zone here. They do have a very large area of space to play around with, but we've not secured too many eliminations, so they have to be very careful not to allow the appetite get the best of them. Shots are flying through. Here the kill has started killing, and he's already starting to show the plus onto it. Zacastonio also following suit. He goes down as well. See you. We'll see you back in the lobby. And MTF also playing through from that south side. Carissa, Demolish, and Lorenzo is trying to spin around to make sure that there's no gaps in that edge of the circle there. But they do know that they run into some opposition over to the other side there. Laco goes down. Varo as well. He's trying to hold this in here, swapping through. He's got the M4, trying to lock this down. Spins around, does a little bit of a double take there to make sure that the opposition is not in first swoop, but he's no idea. He exposes right behind, and that will be the end of the road for him. No mercy. Team 5 pulling up and pulling out all the stops as he drop yet another and add one more to their tally. They're up to 3 eliminations now, and they do have a fantastic position just up the hillside to make something happen. But look at that, MTF just pulling up to the scene undetected, and it is going to be Carissa trying to trade off there, but unfortunately will be getting overwhelmed. Lorenzo following suit as well. They are all getting absolutely crushed by the vehicles. Lawn, Mode again, Team 5 capitalizing. Demolish, Let's get demolished there. End of the road for them. We're down to 8 teams now. 17 players alive. No Mercy, Mr. and Susu all very much in the mix here. And they do have the zone to work with. They can keep their numbers up. Can keep their numbers ahead. But now, Elroy has to advance his position. He has to get into a better spot of the zone. He's got an SKS and a UMP. That's an interesting combination, though. Very, very interesting combination, man. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted here. Future is still alive. 7 eliminations. And he's got a little bit of the zone as well. Not sure if he's going to have the next zone. We're about to see that one. Let's take a look at that zone. It has shifted and he does have it. He does have the zone. But now can he protect his piece? I think he is going to move into a much more defensive shape. As you can see, gets himself inside of the building. And now it is all his. Well, can he defend if a team decides to pull up? As MTU goes down as well. We're down to 7 teams now. And 16 players alive. Team 12 and Team 5. All on the opposite ends of the map. But they do have the numbers. Team 5 arguably with the better numbers. But I think we only have about 3 teams that have 4 players alive. I think Team 11 and Solid Army, I think. Team 5 as well. Well, it's time for them to make a play, and they will make a play. They crash into the space. And now this would be a perfect time for a third party to come through, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Toxic launches one right inside the position there. And take a look at that reset with a sightline of his own, but unfortunately no dice for him. J48 getting a drop on Kakashi as he gets knocked away in that same straight off. MDR in a lot of trouble here. Whirlwind of chaos there. Toxic goes down. Big trades coming through. Big trades coming through. Team 11, they're capitalizing now, but they need to advance the position and get into the zone, as No Mercy will be shown No Mercy as he goes bye to the end of a shotgun shell from the S12K. He's packed it in, he's back up, and that will be the end of the road for him. The champion is trying to lock this one around here, but can't seem to find a way through. They might start to lock in through again. Immediately, the MG3 to the rescue. Champion packs that one in. 5 eliminations now for Team 11. And increasing the numbers as they advance to go forward. Champion with a line to the front lines again. Elroy has somehow creeped his way into the top 5. And he could play spoiler. But who could he play spoiler for? He's too far away from MDR, Team 12. He's closer to Team 11. But his position is not the best. It could cause him a whole lot of trouble. Ooh, Mr. goes down. Ooh, Team 11 in a whole lot of trouble here, but Teddy pulls up to the mix immediately as well. MG3 to the rescue. And they will keep their numbers up. Well, that was a quick exchange, but they will come out on top. 4 teams alive. 10 players up in the mix. And we can see that through Teddy utilizing that MG3 to the fullest of his abilities there. Have to be very careful, almost getting swept aside. Future and Elroy still very much in the mix here, still very much a problem. And Elroy continues to advance forward and get into even much more chaotic positions. Can he spot MDR? He does have a long range weapon, so he can deal damage all the way from here. But does he? Does he have what it takes to deal the damage all the way from here? That is the problem. That is the question. Ooh, well, here to kill. Continues to lay the shots across. And he's locking it forward. This is a very dangerous play though. He's very low on HP. He has to be very careful he doesn't get pulled out of his vehicle there. Ooh, this is a high risk play. He is exposed underneath that vehicle for sure. Not sure if Error has a position on him, but he continues to send a couple of shots there. Good shot. Very good shot. Very, very good shot. But he is not the one that gets the job done. And Jean, end of the road for him. Courtesy of Future. Ooh, well, he's spotted by Future. And he will not live to see the future of this game, as he is going to be sent back into the lobby courtesy of this man right here. 9 eliminations, and he's still got the zone. And Kakashi goes down. We're down to 3 now. Future looking very, very coded, very, very proactive in the way he has chosen to set up. And the lines are not the best so far. Ooh, nobody gets caught. Future has repositioned actually. Oh, and he had no idea that Future is right here. If he can use a grenade instead, it would be ideal, but he doesn't choose to use a grenade instead. Champion goes down and Future gives away his position, but he repositions immediately. This is a high IQ player right here. I love to see them when they play like this. You can see he gets the drop and immediately changes his position again so he doesn't get compromised. You gotta love it. This guy might be able to do something special here. He might be able to turn this around here. Here to kill from MDR. Still over to that northern side. His teammate nobody. Still knocked away. He's trying to fan an angle here, but he has been spotted by Future. And he might be able to close it down, but he is going to be spotted. Teddy blows him to smithereens. End of the road for him. Team 11 against the last player from team number 15. It is a 2 versus 1. All they have to do is squeeze out the zone, but they do not have enough real estate to play that way. And they might be able to close it down just a little bit more, but here comes that final push, that final play. Future has been on a roll here. He's got the same number of eliminations as the entirety of Team 11, all by himself. That is what you call a banger performance. Can he close this down now in a 1 versus 2 against Team 11, Teddy and J48? Pressure is leading up. It's screaming up again, and he is trying to lock it through. Creating a smoke path. I'm not sure if this is going to be the right option. They do have a vehicle here, but I mean, taking the risk of even taking blue zone damage, is that even ideal? I think they do know where he is, but they do not want to confront. Playzone is not friendly at this stage, not even in the slightest. They are trying to get angles on him, but he spotted one. He doesn't want to give away his position just yet. This is a very smart player. This is a very smart guy. As he launches the smoke there, but I'm pretty sure he knows where. They know where he is, but they don't want to commit. J48 has to be very careful here. The spray, if it is timed perfectly, could cause some problems for him, but they've spotted the angles there. They're launching the grenades into it, and they might be falling for the bait here. But does he have the smokes? Ooh, he launches a couple shots there, but I think this is the end of the road for him. Teddy does not give the angles just enough, but take a look at that. The angles are good. The angles are sweet. Oh, almost getting the job done, but he goes for the 1v1. Jump shot is good. Oh, Future closing is down. Mask off. Might be mask on right now. He's peeking into the corners there, but his teammate will not allow for the pickup. Teddy continues to apply the pressure. Future Just enough time to get his HP levels back up, but the Blues are not favorable for him. He switches immediately to the DBS. That was a bad call. Should have swapped to the UMP to go long range, but unfortunately for him, he gets dropped away by Teddy, and the job is done. 10-11 eliminations for team number 11. They take the chicken dinner, but what a performance from Future, tying them in. 11 eliminations for himself as well. And MDR in third place with 8 eliminations. And Team 4, unfortunately, no eliminations on the board for them. Wow. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. That's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we love to see. Woo! Well, well, well. Chicken dinner. Well deserved. Absolutely well deserved chicken dinner from team number 11. Got themselves 11 eliminations there, and you see it reset with 1, J48 with 5, Champion with 2, and Teddy with 3. And he got the most crucial eliminations, funny enough. Interesting enough, he got the most crucial eliminations, the pickups, the drops, everything. And then we take a look at the MVP. It is none other than Future. Because what? 11 eliminations, 2K in damage points. And you got to respect it nonetheless. What a player he has been. But take a look at that. 11 eliminations for Future as he leads the line for the top players for this game. And then we've got, I believe, nobody from MDR. And then we've got J48, Wolfie, some solid players across the board. Good all-round performance. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that name nonetheless. But either way, let's take a look at the match rankings. You can see that Team 11. Well, technically, nah. Yeah, Team 11 getting that chicken dinner. It's 11 eliminations, 21 points total. And we've got teams chasing them down all the way across the board there with the drop. And then we've seen that one over to the other side. It is a big drop. It is a very, very huge drop nonetheless. But it is what we are up to see here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be one for the books. We'll be right back after the break for more action.
Mellow ball does
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is showtime, as you all well know. The bodies have already started to fly all over the place. And Dotted Cube is going to be the first one to go down top. Has been putting belts to backside, but no stop for him. Terror will close that gap immediately as well. And that is a job well done. They try to close out the spaces there. Ooh, well, Terror is going to get caught as well. Has been sent back into the lobby. Let's take a look at this area from Team 19 going up against Team 3. And Team 3 has secured their first elimination as well. So we're going to see if there's going to be more where that came from. Shots flying all over the place. Bodies caught on the eastern seaboard. We're going to see if these guys are going to keep this one under wraps though. Looks like Team 19 are going to be pressing though. Do they know that No Pin is just lurking around though? Are they aware that he's lurking around? Do they know? Because anyone that walks in here is toast, man. Anyone that walks right into this place is gonna get cooked. Ooh. Scarlet flushed as well. Well, Zew's gonna get knocked, and Zew's gonna get flushed. Ooh. Soul left to Pinocchio now. He does have his teammate just getting knocked away. I think it's Washi. I think he can get picked up if Pinocchio can make his way around him. Hopefully he doesn't get dropped off. That was very, very close. So I think they're going to press the advantage now. Chan. Yeah, Chan is going to press down advantage. You can feel it. It's the M249 he's got in his hand. So we're going to have to take this one on the chin. But we are about to see. Faith goes down again. Ooh, well, they were not expecting that trade, I'll tell you that one. DBS again into the corner there. Ooh, Ngolo. Is he gonna try to pick up his team? I mean, it would be solid to throw a smoke and then change positions, though. It would be smarter to do that. Fuck, you know. Ooh, well, that was a good trade-off. Ooh, had no idea that the angles were tight there though, but Chan's going to have to take that one on. And Chan's going to have to trade two. Oh, clutch from Chan. Well, I ain't Jackie Chan, but it's Chan still. Clutch player. You love to see it. 5 eliminations for them and a job well done nonetheless. Looking very, very solid. Zeus is caught. Goes back to the lobby. Minato as well, getting knocked. I mean, this is where the action is brewing, right? It's a whole lot of things going on in Picado. I think Obito is almost gonna get caught there. They're gonna be trading off blows in this sequence there. Obito is gonna have to trade one off as well. Clutch is good, gets the drop on 4 eliminations. It's a very, very good start. It's a very good shot. Well, good shot for them. Plazo moves over to the northern side. And who is going to be blessed to make that rotation, though? We're going to see. It is phase 2 of the circle. And it is on the move. Going to be pressure onto this southwestern side, but there's a whole lot of teams that are taking so much damage. They are trying to get an angle here, but doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like much is going on, really. little bit of a pressure cooker in that cruise divide area. I think we saw some bodies drop there as well. But it does look like this is where the action is going to be brewing for the most part. Well, the winners from the previous game, Team 8, I think. Well, I think they were Team 11 in the previous game, but they're Team 8 now, so fair play to them. They are going to be cooking from any sides and all sides. Trade-off is absolutely phenomenal here, as Reese said. Is going to be the last one left. He's trying to get an angle there, but again turns his back to the opposition. Can't go for the first drop, goes for the second. Oh, what a clutch play this could have been. But Toxic was right there to be Toxic and puts him back into the lobby. Well, that was going to be a very dangerous play if he was able to get it done, but unfortunately no dice for him. Team 5 will stay up and stay strapped. Presses on from Andy though. Can we get it? Oh, what a shot! Right behind the rocks there, cracks him and drops him away. Not the most ideal shot, but he does get the angles right. Reflex still knocked away, but will be getting picked up, I believe. Fear launches a smoke just to shield that position and capitalize on it either way. Trade-offs are looking very intentional here as Toxic goes down to Immortal, and after they've done the job there of dealing with teammate, it's unfortunate that they do also get caught out. Zoro is up here. He's in a very, very viable position as well. Zoro tried to go for it, but he missed. And that is the danger of the drop shot. When it does not connect, you are exposed. Zoro goes down. He's caught out. End of the road for him. Team 21 down to just Killer. Is Killer gonna press forward? Looks like he might be trying to get an angle inside of the windows there. Trades off immediately there, trying to get the shotgun to lock through, but he's taking so much damage from so many angles. Carissa will hit the final nail on the comment with a Tommy gun. Well, Numis is gonna have to take a big dip. And Andy wraps it up. We are down to 9 teams now, 22 players alive. Shots over to the hillside though. Can they make something happen from this distance? Doesn't look like it. But if they can circle around and rally around here to keep the positions out, it might be able to make something happen. Kakashi, not lucky enough, Immortal sends him packing. And now things are looking very, very dastardly the way they have been positioned here. Like all of teams playing by the edge of the circle though. You can see the rotations. It's going to be dark once the play zone shifts away. Any moment from now, from phase 5 to phase 6, things are going from bad to worse for some of these teams. They can't seem to make their way around, but here they come now. Demi. So now spin around the corners there. Allen goes down. Flamby. Ooh, what a spray from Flamby. Gets the drop immediately there. And now it is open season for him. Doesn't look like he's going to capitalize on that one. Faith goes down. Looks like he's going to hold on to it though. Yeah, they've gotten their numbers back up. Team 10. 8 eliminations. Good grenade. Wrong angle. Oh! Well. C2 freeze is gonna have to think about this one now. Is he gonna press forward? I think they might have to. But fortunately for them, they have the numbers. Stormzy's not having to take the 1v1, but he gets the job done. But that was a very, very dangerous game. It could have gone sideways for any of them. Fortunately for them, they made the right call, but that could have gone anyways, man. That is why you do not just run upstairs like that unplanned. It could turn upside down in a quick swoop. These guys are playing hide and seek inside of that little shack. See what the rest of the opposition is up to. But the odds of Team 10 winning are ridiculously high, though. It doesn't look like they will be getting stopped because they've got the numbers. Everything is really working out in their favor. Doesn't look like much, but I think they're doing everything right here. I think everything is working for them. All they have to do is just hold it in. 4 players alive. Everybody else is just like a duo. I think we've got a trio lurking around somewhere, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop these guys because they have a fantastic position going into the final third. But Immortal still very much here. Again, here to kill. And Jean. They are trying to keep up the appearances there. Shots coming through. Demi G getting more and more drops. And I think that will be a job well done. Demolish going down. And now that is going to be a very, very nasty trade over to that high ground position again. Demi G continues to apply some more and more pressure. Fear goes down. He's caught. Jean is all about Jean. He can move it around though, but he is getting absolutely peppered by those 5.56 pellets there. Stormzy's trying to back it in, get an angle, but doesn't look like much. If he can make it through there, might be able to get caught, but we'll see if there's going to be a chance for him to make that happen. Again, play zone is not favorable for him. He has to make a move and he has to make it fast. He's spotted. He has to get out of this position, has to put himself in that central spot, in that little space in the middle of the zone, and take the risk of being the sandwich. But I think he can make it happen. I think he's got the wherewithal to keep this on. Opposition exposed on the other side. It hasn't changed anything. Hasn't forced them to play a little bit closer there. But ooh, Carissa has to be very careful there. Jean will get the drop on Carissa. Now Jean, so we're left to him now. Can he raise the flag for MDR in the sequence of events that we've seen so far? So we're left to him now. 3 teams alive, 7 players left. We're looking for a way around here. I see 2 freeze. That's with his sight line on Jean. Probably have to take a couple of shots over to the hillside there just to deal with him. But if he doesn't have his vehicle, this could be a very treacherous task. Immortal. Well, that's a nice shot, but Immortal is not going to be so lucky as he has been swept back into the zone. Have to park it up just a little bit more there than they would have liked, but again, it is a very, very vicious position right now that Team 10 is holding up onto that hillside. They're not giving it up, not even in the slightest. But they have to be very careful. Demi G has to be very careful. He's got the P90 though, So Jean has actually found a way to get inside of this space. Oh, he's open and he missed all of his shots. Oh, that's nasty. He's giving away his position. He's missed all of his shots. He's spotted. Stormzy, Demi G having him in the sidelines there. Surely if he peeks out, he missed more shots, chat. Come on now. If you're missing all these shots, you just got to go back to the lobby, man. You just got to work on those sensitivity. The gyro is exposed. I mean, this guy, imagine getting cooked by this guy. Now it's a 4v1. Job's already done. Doesn't look like he can do much from here. His position is already compromised. You got to respect it, though. The fact that Jean did all of that work only to get cooked in the final third, man, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, and that is a wrap. That is a wrap for you, wrap. It is a wrap for you, wrap. Chicken dinner for Team 10. You gotta love it. You absolutely have to love it nonetheless. You gotta love it. You absolutely have to love it, man. And our MVP for the game is going to be C2 Freeze. Got 5 eliminations, 700 plus in the damage points. And that is how you stem. Solid performance from him. Take a look at the overalls. Let's see. It's going to be C2 Freeze and Glocko Chan. Yeah, Chan was in the mix as well. And Wolf was also in the mix. Solid performance from them either way. Let's take a look at the rankings of the overalls. Yes, sir. That's how you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the games. Match number 2 is concluded. We'll be right back after the break to bring you more action for match number 3. And the party is on. The party is very, very much on here. Rondo action. Rondo action. Let's take a look at that plane path. Let's see what the plane path is saying. Crisscross plane path, cutting across all the sides, cutting across all the angles. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what we love to see. Rondo, the recalls, the recalls, the recalls, the recalls. Well, looks like Immortal is going to get caught out early. Going to get dropped off in the stadium for all of the fans there. Well, recall centers are all on display tonight. Everybody's firing on those recall centers. And it is well deserved, if you ask me, because, everyone's trying to put themselves into those positions where they can win. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologize for the technical difficulties. I think Rondo has some issues, if I'm being honest. I think Rondo has some like technicals like that are just very inconsistent. Ooh, he had no idea that the ops were that close and immediately packing him in. Ooh, that's very close. J48. Grenade is launched his way. Is that a smoke grenade? I think it's a smoke grenade. So that's enough to shield the vision for the rest of those guys trying to deal damage onto the other side there. Ooh, looks like they want to capitalize on this though. Will they run into Teddy? Teddy could cause problems for them though. Oh! Well, they will run him over. J48. Can he do something from there? Well, he could have moved while all this was going on though. Reset. Is he close to any recall center? Well, J48 is cooked. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen for him as well. He does go down. Might be time to head to a recall center. Call them back. Thought-provoking the way the zone has been narrating and moving around for the most part so far, but we'll see. Getting a little bit of a play zone has closed out a little bit closer. Again, Supra going down the southwestern corner of that circle. Probably have to try a lot of things. Tagboy's gonna press for it. Well, I had no idea there, but he will get dropped. And Mr. IGL. That's a nice shot. Floki getting dropped as well. Trailer's probably have something to say about that one as he tries to traverse the terrain of Rondo. We are down to 22 teams, 71 players alive. It is phase 2 of the circle, about to move into phase 3. And now things are about to go from bad to worse, but we'll see if there's going to be a tandem for moving around for the most part. and the opportunity. Maguire's gonna have to. Well, Zero's gonna be calling Maguire back to the game. Looks like there's a whole lot of corruption into that northwestern side. Well, looks like FaZe actually have to press this one forward. FaZe is still yet to secure any eliminations though. Probably have to try a little bit closer to the vest there. But I might have to close it in. Chan is pressing forward. Got a very solid angle to play this on. Here they come playing in from that left hand side again. Tries to wrap it through. First shot over the top side. Tries to wrap through into the corner. Ooh, play a little bit closer there, but gets a drop on him. Nobody. Leak into the corner. Goes for the closeout. FaZe secures first elimination. Ooh. FaZe gets dropped. That's two bodies now. And Mo trying to get Cleric all the way back up while his teammates are getting flushed while all that is going on. Well, gotta love the fact that the recall center is just right there. Trying to take two for the other one, but Panda's gonna get knocked away immediately by Cleric. And the rest of the team has been recalled to the spot. Mr. IGL is also in the mix. He's just in the vicinity as well. They're losing out players over to that eastern side. And FaZe is the other one onto the other side again, trying to trade off fares. Again, getting the drop on. And FaZe, first shot, rolls in into the smoke. Can't seem to find the angles. He sprays, but he does finally connect. And the job is done. 7 eliminations and a space to call home to add on top of all that. That's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely what we love to see. M24 though, at this stage, ideal, possibly. Much possibly though, if you ask me, but there's a chance that it could turn on its head anytime. FaZe and the rest of his teammates trying to hold inside, and they are holed up in here though. But either way, it works. Either way, it is ideal. Either way, there are so many ways, so many nuances to how they can hold on these positions. Again, the play zone is not too favorable for them, getting caught out on the translations as to what they have been able to hold on to for the most part. But again, play zone and close to the recall center on the western side, there's a whole lot of chaos there as well. Cleric continues to hold on there as he has taken some hit. Team 10, Chan, one of their better players, has been knocked away, but he has been picked up again. FaZe getting the job done, keeping them all faithful. 7 eliminations to the good. And more where that came from, if you ask me, way more where that came from. If they can decide to lock it down, they will be able to close the gap. Faye goes down as well, drops onto the corner. Here come Team 5. Now they want a piece of the action, and they're rambling around there. Sue's about to cause some more chaos, cause some more commotion onto team number 3. Zayden goes down, courtesy of Itachi. There be some chance, but since it gets cooled out there, the recall has been wrapped up. No more recalls. No mercy for No Mercy as well. He gets knocked away. Will he be able to get picked up just in time? Mr. making it happen, but they are very, very close to the edge of the circle. Not ideal. Not ideal. Not even in the slightest. Can he get his HP back up before the play zone gets on him? Doesn't look like he will. Oh, that was so close. So close. Dangerously close as well. Almost causing a lot of problems for him, but Team 5 will still try to keep the numbers up. Unfortunately for them, recalls are done. Susu is going to be sent back into the lobby earlier on in that exchange. Again with Team 3. Team 3 with the numbers advantage, though. They are capitalizing. And they've got 3 eliminations so far. They will be riding this onto the sunset. Will yield it in, though, to keep them honest. But Team 5, can they make their way into the zone there? They've got vehicles and everything, but I would recommend they just slam into Team 3 and put them back into the lobby, though. That would be the best thing they could possibly do. We're about to see what will they choose to do. Play zone is going to start moving again in a couple of seconds. There is a prerogative here to cause a little bit more commotion, but here they come making a dash for it. He's going to be riding around the corner there, but the play zone is not favorable for them, so we will need to make a much better adjustment than they have. They are playing as 3. Found a little spot in the zone to call them their own here, but could go anyway. Could go either way. Toxic is just up ahead. And Team 3 also making a dash for it to get into their own particular phase of the zone here, but I think it would be smart for them to hold the lines over to that southern side. Whole lot of chaos brewing here. Wolf immediately getting the drop on with the Fennec. He drops it through into the corner. First shot into the corner again. Tries to go for the second. Flash into the corner. Again, tries right inside. And he swaps through to the M4, but unfortunately does not connect the shot. Almost getting dropped off right through the window there. One shot is all it takes. And I saw the flash. What M4 is that? Because I saw the I don't know what that was. Was that an effect? Because I saw that was crazy, though. I don't think I've seen that one before. Fazy has lost Fayaz. He's all back to Cape Hamzu. But they do have a significant number of eliminations, though. 9 to the good. And it is equal to the task for them if they can keep these numbers up. Might be able to see it a way through, though. We will have a chance position for them, but team number 3 and team number 5 have still been going at it, though. But team number 5 have found themselves in a very promising position, very central But inside a map like Rondo, this can work. We've got their sight lines on everyone that's trying to make a dash for it. Team 8, the winners from match number 1, they're still very much in the mix here, keeping it a buck, keeping it 100. A lot of chaos as well for Team 9, because this is the team I believe that did just win the Miramar game. The C2 Freeze already making the dash for it. He was the MVP from that game as well. Ooh, well the angles are tighter here, but team number 9, they could be in a lot of trouble here. Igris and Mavar go down at the same exact time, getting swept away by FaZe. FaZe's not taking this foot off the gas, not even in the slightest. And that is a drop and a half. Might be able to Faye might be getting caught out here. So all by his lonesome in the shack. Might be able to trade off there. Oh, P90, you gotta love it. Oh, that's 2 drops. And end of the road, MEG goes down and freeze. End of the road for them. Turn back into the lobby. And now, Washi trying to create a path into the road, rather into the game there, from what we've seen so far. Actually did take a hit there. Faye continues to hold up into the shack. Doesn't necessarily have to move just yet, but the play zone is closing in 5 seconds. And he's about to give an idea. Again, Team 5 looks like they might be getting a win here, because they are looking very good. They're the only team that have a chunk of the zone to play out of, and they have a lot of intel on the rest of the teams around these areas as well. But it's all about keeping the perspective, it's all about keeping the angles tight. And they do have Team 3 to worry about, because they are in a 2-2 split. They could cause some problems as well. And they're the only team that could rival them in numbers. But now we're down to just 10 players alive. The shots flying through. Mister gets called toxic as well. And this could spell danger, a whole lot of danger. If Team 3 can capitalize on this, because they do not have the play zone, they need to advance their position, and now is the best time to do that. They cannot be caught lacking, not right now. They absolutely cannot be caught lacking right now. They have to make sure that everything is done right and everything is locked in. Well, we will see how possible it can be. Now they are trying to lock it just a little bit more there, but is that an SKS again? Yeah, it's an SKS again. Is the SKS the new meta? Cause what? Zeus trying to lock that one in as well, trying to keep the angles. King Hamza goes down. Ooh, that would have been dangerous if he did connect at that distance, at that sequence. Zeus trying to hold it up in the 2 versus 3 north of that position as well, trying to keep it over to the right hand side though, but no chance for him. Team 5 still very much in the mix here, still having the numbers, still making it work, still shacked up, not giving away too much. Vehicle going up in flames. They're about to blow it to smithereens, and they will make sure that something comes out of this. Play zone is notwithstanding though, as they continue to make a dash for it, advance their position down to 3 teams now, 6 players alive. Team 3, Team 5 going out blood for blood here, and Faye is still in the crater, but he's not in the zone just yet. He's got a lot of utilities, just enough to cause some problems, just enough to keep himself alive here. There is a chance, a major chance, that this could get rectified, that this could get turned around. Oh, no mercy. Gets caught by Washi there, and he peaked a little bit too hard, and he's hurt in the process. Faye could use this opportunity to capitalize. Ooh, bounced that one right off the angles there, but Washi's trying to keep this on. Again, I was surprised that he did not expect the angles to be that high, but unfortunately they were that high. 11 eliminations now for team number 5, and this is a job well done for them. Faye could have caused some chaos there, but he's advanced his position. I believe he saw them as he made a dash for it. It's a little bit of a closer one though. He's past the angle there. Spray is too far out, can't cause any sort of damage from that distance. He keeps it tight, keeps it close, but no chance for him. 3 versus 1. Faye does have 11 eliminations though, so he is no slouch. He is very capable of making something happen here. Taking a couple more shots there, but that is the danger of not having enough bodies. The moment you peak, all of the shots will be geared in your general direction. There's a little bit of a dip there. He can play behind it, but he does have the semblance of positional awareness here and the terrain in his favor. The smoke's already coming through just to provide a little bit of artificial cover for him for the meantime. Sightline. Oh, well. Faye gets the first drop there, and I'm not sure he knows, and he gets the second drop. Oh, Faye's launching now, grenade in hand. He might toss it right behind the airdrop because he knows he's there, and he launches one. They trade off is good, but no mercy. We've seen him clutch this before. Faye tries to hold it on into the corner, and the Molotov cocktail might get the job done. Launches one perfectly just behind. He burns, it scorches, and the job is done. The 1 versus 3. Faye with a clutch for the decade. 14 eliminations. Somehow, someway, he obliterates Team 5 and backs them into the corner. No chance, no dice, no risk, no chance again. What a finish, what a drop. My goodness. 16 eliminations for team number 1 down the chicken dinner. Faye. Well. Couldn't have said it better myself. What a performance. Much better than, I mean, the guy didn't win though. Team that I remember the first game. I think he had there was a play. The player had like 12 eliminations, 10 or 11 eliminations, but he didn't win. But this guy won in a 1v3. My goodness. Faye is him. He is absolutely him, and he is him, or he has been him all along. I mean, take a look at that. 14 eliminations. It doesn't get any better than that. The MVP, they stack and stack and stack. Big game player Faye, as he gets the job done and closes it out. And he is going to absolutely be the MVP of the race. 1600 in damage points, 722 heals again, 700, 30 minutes on the clock. He is him. What a performance he had. Absolutely incredible. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4. Faye, Concho, Lerms, FaZe, and Paramox. All looking very, very solid with the way that they have been able to finish the game. But let's take a look at the match rankings. If we have it. Yes, 16 eliminations and a chicken dinner. What a performance. Team number 7 on the board, on the money. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The action is done and dusted. Rondo has been put to bed, and we have loved every single minute of it. What a performance from Faye. What a closeout to the game as well. And that is how you make something special happen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Same time next week, we will be live to bring you more action, more Africa Weekly Rooms, more PUBG Mobile. Stay tuned.